Yes guys, it's FPL Guy here and welcome back to the FPL Guy YouTube channel. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now in today's video, we'll be going through the Game Week 11 best picks by the world rank 77. So currently in the FPL Guy community, he is sitting first Andreas with the overall rank, as you can see, 77, top 100, incredible. Now before we look at his team, let's go down the list. So we have Richie in second place, currently sitting at 424th. We have Raphael at 667, all fairly close in terms of points, only a couple of points between them, so the race is really on here. And if we just go down, like, this is incredible ranks, guys. So we're still in the top 10k, so everyone on this list, congratulations, well done. Honestly, you've had a cracking start to the season. Now let's go back up and have a look at Andreas's team. Here we go. So in Game Week 10, he got 54 points. Very respectable. Average points being 42 and a Game Week rank of 1.4 million. And he's currently, again, can't believe it, 77. Yes, 77. In terms of his team, Ramsdale doing bits. What a performance he put out. 10 points, incredible. Cancelo, again, City conceded, so only 2 points. Chilwell with another clean sheet, 2 bonus points, so coming out with 8. Trent conceding, so just with 1 and no attacking returns. Livramento once again giving you those points, 6 points, very nice. Salah with 1 assist. We were hoping for a bit more, but we can't complain. Doubled to 10 points, very nice. Foden, a lot of people brought him in, but unfortunately he did blank. Rafinha, those who kept faith in him, got those points, very nice, 9 points. We like those. And the front three all blanking, unfortunately, but Kane does have very nice fixtures coming up, especially under a new manager, so let's see how Spurs will do. Antonio, he has some trickier fixtures, so maybe that's someone you could look to move on. Hwang once again starting and looking very good, so definitely a good pick to keep in your team. And Mbeumo, he should be back as well, and he got very nice fixtures, and the rest are just your bench options, so very decent, very nice. So just before we go through the specific players for Game Week 11, I just want to say thank you to Andreas for sending the list to me. And so yeah, shout out to you. If you want to see his Instagram, then the link to that will be in the description, so feel free to check that out. Cool, so here we go. So how we structure this video is, for each position, excluding the goalkeepers, we'll be picking 2 players. So one will be just a regular pick that you can go for, and one would be a slightly differential pick that you can go for Game Week 11 and onwards. We'll also do a captain one at the end. So one normal captain you can go for Game Week 11, and one differential one if you feel a little bit cheeky. So starting off from the back, we're going to bring in Chilwell and James. So these are the 2 that Andreas suggested. Chilwell being the normal pick you go for if you don't already have him. James being the slightly more differential. There's not too much between them in terms of their ownership. So James is 13%, whereas Chilwell is currently on 18%. So they're not too much of a difference. But if you can double up on them, I mean, why not? They're looking incredible individually and as a team. So in terms of their stats, if I bring you over here, I've already filtered it down to this season and to the stats that we usually like to see in terms of expected goals per 90, shots per 90, and expected assists per 90. The nice thing is they've played very similar minutes, so the comparison is looking good. So you can see that James, in terms of expected assists, really does outshine Chilwell here. In terms of the other 2 departments, not too much of a difference. Reece James does do a little bit better, but honestly, for defenders, their stats are incredible. So if you can have both of them, I would recommend that, because they're playing so well. I don't see them getting benched anytime soon, especially with James's performance in Game Week 10. So definitely these 2 guys are, I won't say must own, but definitely if you can get them, I would get them. As for the midfield, the 2 players are going to be Son and Zaha. Son being the normal pick and Zaha being your differential. So under their new manager, are Spurs really going to pick up pace now? We just have to wait and see. Now they do play Everton in Game Week 11, which we could use as an assessing point, and then after that they have very nice fixtures, so we can definitely look to double up and maybe even triple up on the Spurs team. As for Zaha, he has a very nice fixture in Game Week 11 against Wolves at home. Although they did perform fairly well defensively, I still think this could be a good game for Crystal Palace, especially after that 2-0 win over City, which was very unexpected. Even after that, Burnley away, Aston Villa at home, Leeds away, these are all very nice fixtures that you could target. And Zaha being one of the key man at Crystal Palace, he's looking very good. As for their stats, let's go over here. I've already filtered it down. So the green one is for Son and the blue triangle is for Zaha. Now you can see that they're quite similar, especially in terms of expected goals per 90. It's not too much of a difference. In terms of expected assists per 90, Wilfried Zaha does do a little bit better. And shots per 90 are fairly decent for both. But again, Son does do a little bit better, about an extra shot a game. This is again a good comparison. They have played fairly similar minutes. So let's see if Spurs can really pick up their pace against Everton in the next couple of fixtures. Then definitely they are someone that we can target. Someone like Kane, Son, potentially Dele Alli. Let's see if he starts, and maybe even one of their defenders. And finally, the forwards. Now the normal pick is going to be Jimenez, and the differential pick we're going to go for Wilson. Now that's actually quite a decent differential pick here, because I've always liked Wilson, and even as an FPL asset. And Andreas, who's currently 77th in the world, also agrees with that. And with Newcastle's fixtures, they aren't too bad. Brighton away is a bit tough. Brentford, that's I guess a 50-50 here. Arsenal could be a little bit tough because they are showing a little bit more defensive solidarity. And then after that, Norwich at home, Burnley at home, even Leicester away. These are all very decent fixtures. And with Wilson being on penalties, that's a very nice added bonus. And less than 2% owned currently. So if he does well, picks up some pace here, he could really shoot you up the ranks. And as for Jimenez, he picked up another goal. He's looking like he's picked up a little bit of form. Wolves have picked up a little bit of form, especially in that attacking area where they did lack, especially at the start of this season. And the fixtures are not looking too bad at all. Crystal Palace away, very nice. Although they did keep a clean sheet against City, but I don't know if they can keep that up. West Ham at home, that could be a very good game. Norwich away, Burnley at home, again, two great fixtures. And then we could look to remove him around this area where the fixtures do turn. In terms of their stats, let's go ahead and pop their names into here. So first of all, let's get Jimenez. And let's do a comparison with Wilson. And we'll just need to filter it down to this season and only the stats that we need. So we'll remove all of this, and this. So these are the three stats. And again, in this case, the minutes are quite different. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at the stats. But expected assists per 90, Jimenez is really high up there. In terms of expected goals per 90, because he plays so centrally and he literally just stays forward most of the time, his expected goals per 90 is a little bit higher. Whereas for Jimenez, he does tend to drift to the side a little bit, even drop a bit back occasionally. And shots per 90, that is very similar. So take what you will from these stats, but keep in mind Jimenez has played about 300 more minutes than Wilson this season. And finally, the captaincy. Now, the normal captain is going to be Salah. I mean, who else? He's been so consistent, and with West Ham away, I believe, that's a decent fixture for him. He's been so consistent. If we just look at this, so nice to look at. He's returned in almost every game recently. I mean, he pretty much has. And his fixture against West Ham away is not too difficult, especially with his form and Liverpool's form overall. And in terms of the differential captain, Andreas has suggested to go with Chilwell. Burnley at home, we can definitely expect a clean sheet. And then in terms of attacking returns, I mean, why not? He's usually lingering around the opposition's box, which is what we like to see from our defenders, and he gets quite a few shots away. So definitely, if you have him, he can be your differential captain. That'll be all for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed and found it useful. And if you did, a like on the video would be very much appreciated. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then please consider doing so. I'll be uploading very frequently all throughout the season, trying to help you guys out with your teams. And if you have any questions regarding your own team for Gaming 11 or a general question, let me know down in the comment section and I'll be replying to all of you guys. And finally, if you haven't already joined the FPL Guy Mini League, you can find the code down in the description, or you can see it at the top of your screen. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.